what? You've mentioned the veil a couple of times, and that's an expression that people use a lot who are talking about their near-death experiences that they saw beyond the veil. And one of the topics that always interests me is religion, and I I'm pretty conflicted right now about near-death experiences because people recounting their near-death experiences are causing a lot of harm in society right now,
Hmm.
where they're saying, God spoke to me, God told me to do this. My ancestors came to me and they told me the rapture is going to occur on September 23rd. Oh no, now it's yesterday. And so uh, I could even make the case in a kind of an exaggerated way that it should be illegal for anyone to say that they spoke to God. Because talk
Well,
about confirmation
I,
bias. I mean,
I think it's
it
that's
should,
about
funny.
changing the culture so that I think people understand better.
yeah. But so anyway, I'm just curious since you've used that term so often, if you have any thoughts about near-death experiences and is there a way to think about them responsibly?
Well, I'm just hearing that someone's inflated sense of importance is pairing with something sacred. When you're telling me
But
they come back and they're using what they've experienced to promote some kind of personal agenda in the world,
right,
then
right.
that, to me, suggests some kind of inflated sense of importance and that they're using something sacred to move that forward. And
Mm,
those two things are different for me. I'm just looking at a big personality who's marred with its own importance or illusions or delusions about itself versus the actual phenomenon. They may have had touched God or they may have had ancestors come, but the way they're using it's unskillful and maybe harmful. So I would separate those two.
Well, isn't that, I
very
mean,
helpful.
I feel like that's the case for every human experience, regardless of whether it's near-death experience. Like people can say, well, my mother used to beat me, so I beat my child. And it's like, that's like, it should be illegal for people to
Beat
say
their
that their
child?
mother beat them and it's just like, we just need more awareness that we are in these bodies and we have these personalities, and yet that's very different from this sacred thing. And at the same time, it's part of this sacred thing. So I get that it's confusing.
That's the non-dual stance.
Yeah.
Actually, it is sacred and there's the human messiness. And the sacred is always in the human messiness. And human messiness is actually sacred even when it causes harm. Um, it's all happening at the same time. I just want us to be aware and clear of what's happening so we can call it out very, I mean, it's what is going on in the awful rupture of our system in America right now.
Right,
It's
right.
very hard to witness for me. But I can see it all. I can see it all
Mhm.
happening, and I can see conditions and influences of people's personalities shaping things. And we just that's what we want to be aware of in my perspective. But still, what you're saying is like let's also not take out the let's not diminish the sacred either.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
Well, we only have like another minute, and I'm
Yeah, I got to.
I feel like Michael has a lot of wisdom to share, and we've just like scratched the surface of it.
I know. So this is why I was so excited for you two to meet. I knew that it would be a perfect time for me to like go off screen and do things while you figured out the universe. But let's come back and do this again. Also, the video, the audio's been fine. The video's been a little wonky because of bandwidth.
Yeah.
And so we'll do this again and get better bandwidth. But this is
But no, this one's a keeper though.
this
We'll just go
oh,
to
it's a wonderful keeper.
chapter two,
We'll just do
basically.
chapter two. Yeah, if you're interested, Mike. This kind
Yeah,
of conversation is what we love.
Yeah,
good. I
so here's the secret.
yeah.
So we tape like an hour and then it's like totally incoherent, which is probably why nobody ever watches the full length. And then Julia or I go into the cutting room and we make little snippets that make
Uh,
it sound like the conversation was coherent. And we
Good.
post on LinkedIn, and then people think, wow, that's fantastic.